This is day 149 of Zohar Pshat, and we're on Daf Yud Zayin on Beis. We are 3, 6, 9, 10 lines on the bottom. So the other line says Hirakia. And this is the kind of the Zohar which you look at and you figure, how can you say Pshat? What could be possibly Pshat? And you look at them Farshim and you say, okay, they're putting all sorts of concepts which make it much more complicated, how you're going to get around it. And Baruch Hashem, it seems there is a mahalach, even without going into extraordinary complexity, which would be defeat the purpose of our whole project here. So, Hirakia. It's Pshat Chitu Da Min Da. This expanded and separated the water on top from the water bottom. But that's one level of Pshat. But another level of Pshat is we're going to deal with the word Elokim, the name Elokim, and we're going to break apart the Kel from the Him. Okay, so and that next word, which at first it was Amarle, no, it's not. Kel, it's Aleph Lamed Kel, Katfa Yamina. The word Kel, which is part of the shame of Elokim, but it's the higher part, is grabbed off and seized, Kavyochon, taken to the right. So Kel Gadol. Because Kel goes with Gadol, which is obviously Gadol means chesed, expansiveness, and Kel Gadol is kind of taken out of the picture here of the Mayim and the Mayim. It's like, it's to the right, obviously, because it represents chesed, but it's also going to be taken out of the picture of the Havdalah between Mayim and Mayim. So, Ispashib Shitim in Go Maya, it's taken out of the water picture. Lishtan Lama Shma Da Kel. Then make up this name Kel, which is named unto itself, a concept to itself. It's Kalu Bahuk Shitu Da Bida, and to have this expansiveness, which applies both to what's going to be the Mayim Yonim and the Mayim Tachtonim. There's a Chesed Hashem, which is going to expand, be off to the side, off on top maybe, and it's going to be mashpia to the Mayim Yonim, the Mayim Tachtonim after they're separated. The Ispashim made Kel Elokim, and it was moved from Kel, which is moved from Elokim. Hey Yud Mem. Okay. The Mem itself was split into two concepts. Elaine Ispashtu. These Hey Yud Mem letters were taken off, removed from the name of Elokim. Then they became the lower waters, which are Yamah, Hey Yud Mem in the format of Yamah, and Hahu Pshita the Ispashu B'Shnei Shnei Mayin Eloin, and then they were separated again to the higher waters. Hayam. Zeh Hayam Hagadol. So that is Hayam Hagadol. Hagadol obviously is a reference to that pasuk, but also Hagadol means the right side, which is Chesed, which is Hayam. It's the source of the water. The water below is Yamah, like for us, the Yamah. It's going towards the Yam, but it's not the Yam itself. It's like Yam, right? Or we're all trying to get to the Yam, but the Yam itself is separate. So there's the word Mayim Yonim, which is Hayam, with the Hayadiyah, the sea, Mayim Tachtonim, which is Yamah, trying to go to the waters on high. Hayam Ma'ilain Hipucha de Elin Asvan Yama Ma'i Tatoin. The opposite, it's not exactly opposite, obviously, it's not reverse, but it's the opposite concept of the Ma'i Tatoin, which are Yama. Came the Staknu Savida Kula Klala Chada. And then once they were fixed into place, they became one unity, because remember, they have to be united together, just like we said with right and left above. So it's true about the Mayim Yonim, Mayim Tachtonim below, and the Rakia obviously is the connection point, but they have to be connected together. and in order to function properly, Ispashit Shmo Da Bekama Duchte, and this name spread into several places. Mine Loin the Churin, and I'm not sure it's referring to the name Kel, the name Elokim, or these new names for the concepts of Hayam and Yamah. But in any event, Mine Loin the Churin, the Mine Loin should be Mashpia, and Mine Tatoin, Nukve Mine Tatoin are the Mushba, and of course not just Mushba, but the ones who have to create the Sarusa de Laela, the Mayim Loin, and the Sarusa the Tata, the arousal from below, which is Mayim Tatoin. Mayim Tatoin Nukve. Kad Mesa have a Mayim B'Mayim. Initially, all this was mixed together. There was no give and take, no system like we have now. Adis Barshu, until they were separated, Lishmoda Mayim Loin V'Tatoin, Da, and together they are now here. The Girsa, seeing the question is how you read it here. You can read it. Da Elokim Mayin Elohim v'da Adokoi Mayin Tatoin. That's one Girsa. The other Girsa would be to take the few words out and say Mayin Elohim Da Elokim v'da Adokoi. But I think it's the same thing. So it's telling us an interesting thing. It's telling us that the name Elokim, which we know means Baal Kochos Kulam, Ilas Ilos, Sibas Sibos, that's associated with Hayam. Remember, we took off Kel Agodo and put it separately. So even though Elokim seems to be Chesed, even though the Ma'ilim seem to be Chesed, but they're associated with all forces or the mastery being manifest. Whereas Mayim Tatoin are distant, and therefore they're on a lower madrega, therefore they are represented by the name Adnus, and not the Adnus as we represent it very often as the Shem Hashem Yudke Vavke, the way it's read, but rather as a separate concept where Adon Kol means that Hashem is master, but not in the sense of its mastery being manifest as Baal Kochos Kulam. So therefore it's constantly in a state where it has to be brought to realization that Hashem Hu Elokim, right? That's Hashem Elokim in this sense. Again, Hashem Elokim, if you take it as the Kriyuk Siv aspect, then you could say, you're saying Havayo Elokim, right? Havayo is on high, is the one who's Elokim and is also the one who's Baal Kochos Kulam below. But if you take it Hashem Elokim with Adokoyu Elokim, not meaning the same Havayos, then it means that that which is Adon Kol and is hard for us to conceive of there being seeing the complete mastery. We can only see partial mastery at any time. We know that Hashem Elokim, it's really a higher mastery. And I never thought of this before, just now, to be honest with you. That Hashem Elokim, not as the Shem Havaya, is different than meaning that Hashem Elokim is the Shem Havaya. And one is going, Hashem Elokim, with Havaya representing, with Adokai representing Havaya, is going from top down. And Havaya, Adokai Elokim, with it not representing Havaya, is going from the bottom up. And so the Hey Law with the Hey Tata, and Elokim is the Hey Law, and Elokim was the Hey and Havai and Yukei Hadokoi is the Hey Tata. Okay, so now we're going to continue with that concept of Elokim and Adnus and expand it, but that's enough for today.